Video on dowsing. Before we start, I'd just like to read this. Einstein was convinced of the authenticity of dowsing and said, and I quote, "I know very well that many scientists consider dowsing as they do astrology, as a type of ancient superstition. According to my conviction, this is however unjustified. The dowsing rod is a simple instrument which shows the reaction of the human nervous system to certain factors which are unknown to us at this time." So if it's good enough for Einstein, oh boy, it's good enough for me. So I've just done a diploma course in dowsing, even though I've been dowsing for 20 years, but they're cheap because of the lockdown, so I thought I'd do it. And it's quite interesting. There's been a lot of scientific trials and tests, and some are good, some are bad, and you just look at them and go, I know exactly why it was bad. There's lots of factors that mess up dowsing, and this should fit nicely into what I'm going to do. Simple things. If you're dowsing for an energy line with a dowsing rod, you might be walking down a different line, so when you come to what you're trying to douse, you don't get it. The negative or positive energy line might be bigger than the room you're in, so you're not going to get anything because you're already inside it. You're not going to reach the edge of it for the dowsing rod to move and for you to get a positive result. Lots of little things. I was teaching Professor Clee to douse many years ago, and he was doing fine until I said, right, try this different energy line, and he couldn't douse it. So I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. And then we worked out that it was his solar plexus chakra was messed up, and the energy it was projecting was wrong. It was spinning anti-clockwise, which it shouldn't do. So I clicked his back, freed off a nerve, and he went, and it'd been messing him up for a few months. So he immediately felt relief physically because some nerve was being pinched, and then he could douse the line piece of cake. Lots of little things like that. If you look at it logically, it's all good. Now I picked this opportunity to try this because I've been out in the freezing, windy, rain working, I didn't mean saying rain, and a horrible weather, and I'm feeling a little cold bugs biting at me. So I want to douse it. I want you to see what we've got. So I'm going to look at my crown chakra. That's a good indicator. It should be going clockwise as you look down on it. So I'm dousing mine now, anti-clockwise. That means I've got a stress reaction, which means, amongst other things, an impaired immune system. So now I'm going to douse the thymus, and that little fella's anti-clockwise. So that's wrong. So I've got a little bug biting at me, so I'm going to try and fix it. So what I normally do is not drag it out until I'm making a video. I just do this, and hopefully you'll be able to hear. Well, I can hear it. It wasn't a big click, but there's lots of little clicks in there. And then stimulate the thymus. We do this, stimulate the meridian system. We just tap it on, kidney 27, 2 points here. And I think that should probably do the trick. That should have got me out of the stress reaction. So we check the crown chakra. Now it's going clockwise, that's all good. Check the thymus, and that little fella's going clockwise, so that's all good. It can make a big difference. The other day I was I was on the big speedball. I don't know if you can see it. I was on this big speedball. Can you see it? That one. I was on that, and I was just demonstrating a few techniques. But when I finished, I was out of breath. I thought, well, I haven't done anything. Normally I can hit it for an hour. Click. T3 lungs. So, stretch your back all the time. This is what I do. Push up. Jump if you have to. And while you got the pressure on side to side. If you have to do more than that, maybe get somebody to lift you. You've seen the other video which shows you all the stretching techniques. It's very important. I was reading the other day, somebody said, well, these healers don't go into hospital and help people, do they? Well, I have. My mate was in with heart palpitation, so I went in there, I said, oi, Robin, stand up, clicked his back, heart rate went back to normal. Doctor checked him over, Took him home. Fixed loads of people that way. Loads of people. Your back is paramount. Well, we've cracked it. Good old Einstein. Bless his heart. Cheers.